Today, I'm honored to present Sister Thea Bowman, a trailblazer in religious education whose contribution have left an indelible mark of history. My name is Gaelle Ndeou. I'm student of CHRTC 381, but also a future Black secondary Catholic teacher whose Sister Thea Bowman teaching have deeply inspired. Let me give you an overview of what we will cover in this presentation. First, we will review who Sister Bowman is and what her significant contribution to religious education were. Furthermore, we will talk about two of the biggest things she has achieved. One is the book that she did, and the second thing is one of her powerful speeches she does to the church. So, what does it mean to be Black and Catholic? We will also discuss how Sister Thea will influence and enhance my teaching as a future Black Catholic secondary teacher. As well, we have listed the works and other references used for this presentation. Firstly, who is Sister Thea Bowman and what about her early life? If you want to elaborate on Sister Thea, born Beta Elizabeth Bowman in December 1937 from Yazoo in Mississippi. From her parents, Dr. Thea Bowman, a physician, and Mary Esther Bowman, a teacher. She was a granddaughter of non-slave person. She was raised as a Methodist but got an early Catholic church call at 9. With her parents' permission, she converted to Catholicism. Her teachers inspired her conversion, who were Franciscan Sister of Perpetual Adoration and the missionary servant of the Most Holy Trinity. At the age of 50, Thea discerned a call to religious life. She joined the Franciscan Sister with her parents and teacher support and took the name Mary Thea. The first name was in honor of Blessed Mother Mary, and the second in honor of Bowman father Tion. After receiving it, she spent a few hours in school. She was the first black woman to attend that school across and the others. When Sister Thea went to Catholic school, she entered sisterhood in 1950, and in 1956 she took the name Sister Thea of God. She received a bachelor in English in 1965 and at Viterbo University in Wisconsin. After that, Sister Thea Bowman also received a master's degree in English from the Catholic University of America in 1969. She completed his PhD in English language, literature, and linguistics at 1972 at the Catholic University of America. She began to teach grade school at the Blessed Sacrament School, Holy Child Jesus High School, and Viterbo College in La Crosse and at the Catholic University of America in GC and the Institute for Black Catholic Studies at Xavier University, then living as a religious sister and in her ministry as a teacher. Sister Thea understood all the education to be religious education. She became an honorary doctor of religion in 1989 at Boston College. Sister Thea, if we have to talking about her significant contribution to religious education, one word from my mouth is just coming, and that's evangelical. That word captures Sister Thea's mission to spread a passionate, engaging, and cultural relevant message at the core of her life works and legacy. This acronym captures Sister Thea Bowman's significant religious contribution, highlighting her multifaceted approach to evangelization, education, and cultural integration within the Catholic Church. We will develop a little bit more about this acronym and why I use it to represent her that way to talk about her significant contributions. First, the irrepresent evangelist, she said in one of her quotes, we unite ourselves with Christ's redemptive work. We reconcile when we make peace, when we share the good news that God is in our lives, when we reflect our brothers and sisters, God healings, God forgiveness, God unconditional love. Spreading the message of God's love through her teaching and public speaking was really a must in the learning of Sister Thea. She was known as an evangelist, vocal about her speech, spreading the message of God's love through her teaching and public speaking. She traveled widely giving speeches, lecture, and workshop to share her faith and promote cultural awareness. She was also very vocal because she said she embodied all her faith in other cultures. She was not just limited to her blackness or also not only to her community of black people. She was entitled and she was also reaching out to other communities like indigenous people. She was a considerate and advocate for cultural inclusion in Catholicism. We celebrate that faith within our liturgies. We pass on our value when we dream plans and works together. Furthermore, we celebrate our love for one another in family fun, being together, enjoying one another in family ministry. We minister to our family. We minister within our family. We minister within the black community. Furthermore, as a church, we minister to our brothers and sisters wherever we find them. Therefore, whoever could be your brother or sister. You can find them without boundaries through God loves. He, she was an artist for the A, and she quotes Black sacred song celebrate our God, His goodness, His promise, our faith and hope, our journey toward the promise. Outlining this video below, she worked with students in the classroom using cultural song and storytelling for evangelization through art and drama. That video, Are You Walking With Me, captures that essence. Sister Thea took on the new role and over time, the scope of her work spread across the Americas, from the Virgin Islands to Hawaii and Canada, and overseas in Nigeria and Kenya to African American voices within Catholicism, especially in this music.
I think we have to remember all the
The end represents the nature of faith, and she fit it perfectly. According to what she said, look at the word family, see how the life of the community and church radiate from the family. If we nurture faith, values, and love in the family, we can nurture faith, values, and love in the community and the church, especially in African American spirituality and traditions. She empowered believers around her by encouraging them to bring their cultural and Catholic value to the church. The G means guiding education. As you know, Sister Thea Bowman used to teach from grade school to high school and university. One day she said, when I was a child in Canton, Mississippi, my people sang the song of faith of Adams and Eve, Cain and Abel, Noah, Moses, David, and Jesus. The song of faith were passed on, taught, learned, and prayed in an environment of love and celebration. So for Sister Thea, class is an environment which need to be filled with God's love, where kids are celebrated during the teaching lessons. So by giving them that appreciation, we empower them so they will be more confident to spread their wings and therefore on the learning through respect for God values. Sister Thea is best remembered for helping teachers grow in awareness of their gifts, their cultural heritage, and their heritage as children of God. She evangelized and catechized through song, dance, poetry, drama, and story, communicating joy, freedom, and pride. She used traditional black teaching techniques that were holistic, participatory, and really reality focused, showing how music in a way we preserve history and teaching value. The E is for engage. Family is the basic raw material from which community and church can be formed. The family is the model of the FSCPA in 1985, as she said. She was engaged and committed to passing that message to the Catholic Church. That picture demonstrates her desire for unity in the church and the world. For Sister Thea, if we work, pray, and stand together, we can create a new heaven and ease life for each other. So convinced that this new reality was possible in our times. So she fearlessly comfort bishop, elders, youth, children, adults, faculty, and students with the power of the word in flesh in her life and teaching. This word gave flesh the power to heal, make whole, heal conflict, heal the earth, heal inequality, and heal people's spirit. Is one of the giant steps we need to take toward the community truth and reconciliation, for the reconciliation to continue to evolve. Her influence was central in the publication in 1987 of a new Catholic hymnal, Lead Me, Guide Me, The African American Catholic hymnal, the first church work direct to the black community. The L represent the leader since she developed that Lead Me, Guide Me, an African American Catholic hymnal. She lead the way to inspire any black Catholic person to thrive inside the church with all their cultural baggage and values, encouraging them to believe they are part of the Catholic Church. She was also an inspirational figure since plenty of schools and institutions are named after her. As you can see in the short video, a list of some of the schools were named after her. That's why she was an inspirational figure because a lot of leading to institutions named after her and consideration for her sainthood. She was a cultural awareness promoter by integrating African heritage into Catholic worship. Also, African American in sacred song preserved the memory of an African religious rite and symbol of a holistic African spirituality of rhythms and tones and harmony that communicate their deepest feeling across barrier and of region and language. She helped to found the Institute for Black Catholic Studies at Xavier University of Louisiana, where her philosophy of religious education, the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, using strategies and methods rooted in the Black Christian tradition in the context of community shape and transform both faculty and students. She inspired and challenged students and faculty alike to educate using the rich resource from the African American cultural and faith heritage, Catholic sacramental tradition, and Black religion and the art tradition. These values and beliefs are also close to the indigenous educational philosophy. It is pretty intersectional because it also focuses on the whole person and the uniqueness of people. She helped to she was the A represent the academic pioneer she was because she created the first black literature course at the Catholic University of America. Through her holistic approach, we also have the community to consider. So that means the message of Sister Thea is for all culture, not only black people. She became also an honorary doctor. Sister Thea created the first black literature course of the Catholic University of America, as said previously. In the quote above, she's knowledgeable about numerous approaches to teaching, which is truly remarkable. As a future teacher myself, I must learn more about the neuro-linguistic approach, since she talk about different kind of methodology used in Catholic school. She has a legacy of joy also, freedom and pride in African American cultural heritage within Catholicism, and she brings joy to me as a Black Catholic. That was my first time learning about the black figure of faith that I could look up to it. And I am so grateful to discuss to have made me discover it. The supplementary work me writing an examination of my perspective are families, Black and Catholic, Catholic and Blacks, reading resource and family activities did by Thea Bowman. What does it mean to be Black and Catholic? The overview of the Black Catholic resources about empowering Black Catholics families by affirming their cultural identity live tools, reading, and activity. We have picked some of content highlighted in the book, which are reading, resource, family activities. As reading, inspiration and story, the book includes story of Black Catholic saint and influential figure, highlighting their contribution to the faith and their enduring legacy. Theological reflection, essay, and reflection on the significance of Black people Catholic, exploring themes of religion, resilience, and community. Scriptural insight also, passage from the Bible that resonate with the experiences of Black Catholic, offering spiritual guidance and comfort. As resource, historical context, information of the Black history, Catholic in the United States, providing context and the understanding of their journey and struggle, liturgical resource, prayer, hymns, and also liturgical suggestion that incorporate African American tradition and expression of faith. Educational tools, article, and guide for educated families about the Catholic faith and its practice, tailored to the Black Catholic experience. We have also families activity faith-based project activity designed to engage family in their faith, such as creating prayer journals, family rosary session, and celebrating feast day, cultural celebration, ideas for integrating cultural heritage into family life, including recipe, music, and art project that reflect Black culture and Catholic faith, community building suggestion for family and community gathering that strengthen bonds and celebrate shared faith. Therefore, the book Bridge Faith and Culture, providing Black Catholic families with the tools and inspiration to live out the faith authentically and joyfully. It emphasizes the importance of family nurturing faith and cultural identity and offer practical way to incorporate both into everyday life. In this video, we have one of the Thea Bowman powerful statement video who question what is meant to be black and Catholic. According to Sister Thea Bowman, being black and Catholic means I bring myself, my black self, all that I am, all that I have, all that I hope to become. I get my whole story, my traditions, my experience, my culture, my African American song, and dance and gesture, and movement and teaching and preaching and healing and responsibility as a gift to the church. The impact of their life extend beyond her passing. Continue to inspire individuals to stand up for their belief and work hard to do positive change. So she wants to address the issue of racism within the Catholic Church by encouraging the integration of American traditions, songs, dance, and cultural expression into Catholic worship. She addressed the subtle and mass racism that she sees fester within the Church, as noted by the Black Catholic Bishop of the United States. She urged the bishop to drop their prejudice about people of color and accept the unique religious way of expressing themselves. She openly challenged the bishops on racism, calling for recognition of Black Catholics within the church and for positions of leadership. Through her work and teaching, she emphasized that Black Catholics should be able to bring their whole history, tradition, experience, and culture as a gift to the church. She used her position in religious life to address racism at a time when the culture and tradition of African American Catholics were not widely accepted. As her interconnecting Black culture and Catholicism, Sister Thea Bowman's ability to bridge racial divides and advocate for justice within the Catholic Church showcase her profound impact on society. Through her music, teachings, and unwavering dedication to her faith, Sister Thea inspired generation to embrace their identity and strive for equality. Their approach to confronting challenges with grace, humor, and determination highlight her exceptional character and spiritual strength. Her journey towards sainthood reflects the recognition of her remarkable contribution to education, racial equality, and cultural advocacy. Sister Thea legacy is a powerful reminder of the importance of inclusivity, empowerment, and social justice, recognizing teacher potential canonization as a saint signify her enduring influence and the profound significance of her life work. Before discussing Sister Thea's impact on my teaching, we will review her teaching value against quickly. Sister Thea Bowman was a remarkable and influential educator who combined her deep faith with cultural heritage to become a transformative teacher and advocate for social justice. She always encouraged her students of color by saying, "You can be your beautiful black self as you have gift to share." She was culturally affirming by embracing heritage and incorporating music and art, faith centered spiritual foundation and moral solid and ethically so advocate for social justice by empowering students and fighting against injustice. A holistic approach to her education, engaging and enthusiastic, and a role model. Creative teaching method and adaptability. Sister Thea Bowman was a remarkable and influential educator who combined her deep faith with her cultural heritage to become a transformative teacher and an advocate also. Sister Thea Bowman was a teacher who brought her deep faith, cultural pride, and commitment to social justice into the classroom. Her holistic, innovative, and deeply personal approach made a lasting impact on her students and the broader community. She remains an inspiring figure in the field of education, particularly for those dedicated to integrating cultural identity and faith into their teaching. The Bowman is a transformative work that deeply explores the intersection of Black heritage and Catholic faith. As a future secondary Black Catholic teacher, Sister Thea insight and resources have significantly shaped my teaching approach, helping me create a more inclusive and culturally affirming educational environment. Some key influence on my teaching are cultural relevance and representation. I will incorporate story on Black Catholic saint and influential figure into my curriculum, providing my students with the role model who reflect their experience and background. Theological reflection and discussion. I will facilitate discussion that explore this reflection, encouraging students to engage meaningfully with their faith and identity. Integration of scriptural insight. I will use this passage in my teaching to help students connect their faith with their personal and cultural experience, historical context and awareness. I will integrate this to my lesson, ensuring that students understand the heritage and the broader context of their faith. Incorporation of liturgical rituals. I will incorporate this element into the classroom, prayer and worship, creating a more engaging and culturally relevant spiritual environment for my students. Faith-based project and activity. I will implement this activity in my teaching, encouraging students to express their faith through journaling, art, and community services project. Celebration of cultural heritage. I will organize even the project celebrating Black culture and the Catholic faith, fostering by students' sense of belonging and pride, and also all other culture. To conclude this presentation, I will use this beautiful quote by Sister Tia. If we work together, pray and stand together, we can create a new heaven and ease life for each other. 1989. The path of reconciliation between indigenous and non-indigenous people is a journey of healing, understanding, and collaboration. The impact of their lives is then beyond passing, continuing to inspire individuals to stand up for their belief and all work toward positive change. Sister Thea Bowman could encapsulate the essence of this journey. By working, praying, and studying together, we can create a society where the dignity and rights of indigenous people are fully recognized and respected. On the other hand, Sister Thea Bowman insight and resources have profoundly influenced my approach as a future secondary Black Catholic teacher. By integrating her work into my teaching, I aim to create a more inclusive, culturally affirming, and spiritually enriching educational environment that honors the rich heritage and vibrant faith of all students in a Catholic school. Her influence ensures that my students see themselves reflect in their education and are empowered to embrace their faith and identity. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. That's the work we say during that work, and those are the reference below.